Hello everyone, welcome to another tour of the ProtoTech server, and joining us today is River.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And Heinz.
Internet is taking a while.
Hey Heinz, you're kind of like floating there.
Hello.
Kika. Hey Kika.
Say hello when he says hi.
KK, yes. Mine.
Hi, hello. Am I here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Frog.
Hey everybody.
Ping you. Smokey.
Okay, you're gonna have to bleep that.
Hey. Heyo.
And Lint.
Hello.
With your good mic. Now you have an amazing mic.
Yeah.
So today we're going to take a tour of our villager island, as we call it. Or it's also called Slave Island. But this is where we have all the villagers and everything that do with villagers and trading and crops and farms. Everything is placed on this island here. So pretty much the island was pretty much decorated by Animos. I think he kind of did the main decoration style of the island, and he had help from other guys doing the floors and stuff. But underneath is where we have all the villagers stuff, so we don't have them up here, so they don't get shot by like arrows and stuff. We want to go take a look at the breeder first.
Yeah.
Why does everyone have thorns in their armor? Can never punch them.
I have thorns on my armor because I'm completely insane.
Great.
Oh my goodness. That's a nice troll.
Professionals.
Oh no, entity cramming!
So down here is the main villager hall, but we'll go up and out. We'll check out the actual breeder. This is where everything kind of starts. And this is the breeder that I made a long time ago. I think like on my first Let's Play episode on the server, I built this breeder up. And it worked great for 1.8. And with changes to 1.9, they made villagers a little bit taller. So if I press F3 and B, you can see their hitbox is a little bit taller. And now they're actually tall enough so they actually are affected by the water stream. But previously at 1.8, this type of breeder worked really nice because they didn't get moved around by the water stream. But now the majority of lag from Villager Island is caused by the entities here, as well as that they're bobbing in this water. So that's why we're going to switch out and put a different breeder next time. But anyways, this is the main breeder. I can't remember how many villagers are in this one. Quite a bit. Well, you can see the entity count. It's probably...
A few hundred.
Yeah, several hundred. And how the way that this breeder here works is that the crops come in from this water stream, and then they're just placed in this water stream, and they go around in a kind of S shape here. And as they go by the villagers, they'll be close enough for the villagers to pick them up. And the villagers are paired up in 2x2, so that the villagers can breed with the one right beside them, but they won't be able to breed with other ones. And then when they breed up, it takes a little while, but once they have a baby villager, then the baby villagers will fall down underneath here, and they'll be able to fall between this cobble wall and this cobble wall here. And then we just have some water streams here that will take the baby villagers off to one side. And you can see this is like a cool way to move baby mobs by putting cobble walls underneath this water here. And then you can come over here, and then the villagers they dropped off down here, and then they get placed all the way to the breeder, or the sorter. We can go take a look at that. You guys behaving yourselves?
Did Ray just lag out?
Me? Is my character moving about?
Oh no, you're okay, you're right here, I see you. Let's go.
You're fine.
So yeah, pretty much the baby
Wasn't
villagers get sent underground, and there's some water tunnels, and then they get taken up here. There's actually quite a few different water tunnels for them to travel. We can kind of choose where we want to take them. Some go underground, but the ones that we want to trade with go up this water elevator here. And then from there, there is a sorter that we came up with. So down here, that was perfect timing. Just dies.
Oh man.
Poor KK. So yeah, pretty much the villagers, I guess, yeah, you can see the system over here. Villagers get taken up and put into this water stream here, and then there is two sorters There's a sorter over here that's old, and then there's a sorter over here as well. And then
Yeah,
some of the villagers come over here and they're placed into the sorting system. And I think Gallia originally built this one up, but then it just kept getting changed and modified for different versions because different stuff changed and stuff. But pretty much what happens is the villagers are stacked up in there. Then a minecart is sent, picks up a villager, drops them over here, and then from underneath the player is able to click on the villager, and he can see if it's either a good trade or a poor trade. And then there is pressure plates on either side, which will take the villager to either be killed or else he'll keep the villager. And you just like click on the villager, and then you can go right or left. And then there's a piston that pushes the player back so that he can check the next trade out. And then once the villager is killed, you want to go up? Yeah. The villager is killed, then he just gets taken over here and through some rails, and up here there's some lava, and it had to be changed up a little bit for 1.9 so that the villagers actually get taken up through the water and then into some lava. And then the saved villagers go this direction into this villager trading hall. I mostly call it the hall, but it is built by Omeganix. Omeganix designed this one, I believe. I think so. Is that right? And then as the spots fill in, the villagers aren't able to go to that one, so they go into the next one, and it goes around to the whole thing. Can't remember how many slots in here. It's quite a few. And then from the inside, you're able to trade with the villagers. So mostly what I do when I trading, I go and I just trade like all the blacksmiths, and then I also check the librarians to see if they good book trades. And then if they're blacksmiths, then I keep them, because then they take quite a few items to open up all their trades, rather than just wasting time trying to open up all the blacksmith trades in here. You guys struggling?
No, what the heck? You're gonna
Yeah, we're all stuck somehow. There we go.
And then there's buttons here, and the buttons will take the villagers to a destination, so you can either choose to save the villager if you push the button, or if you push the button it'll kill the villager. So I usually fill this whole thing full of blacksmiths or any type of black apron one, and then if there is a type that I want to kill, you just switch it to kill, and you can get rid of all of them. And then the ones you save, I usually leave in the hall until we get quite a few saved ones. But yeah, it takes quite a bit to fill this whole hall up. Usually have to turn the breeder on and maybe go through like 4 sets. Like turn the breeder on, go through all the trades, and shut the breeder off and turn it back on again. Over at this end, we got all the extra stuff that we use to build with, as well as all the enchanted books that we get from the villagers, as well as enchanted picks. Got a whole double chest full of them. And then over here is another switch. This is like a secondary switch that we use to be able to save or kill the villagers. And this goes down below here. So once the villagers have been chosen to be saved, it'll just turn this rail and take them that way. And then the ones that are killed will automatically be taken all the way back, and they will be killed, and their minecarts will be recycled. Usually we don't get too many villagers that are being saved, so not too many go down this way, so it's actually more of a manual system. Down here we have these pins, and these are just extra villagers that are not quite perfect, but people still wanted to keep them because some of them have like unique trades. Can't remember what all these are. Yeah, some of these are just almost close to being perfect, but their emerald count isn't quite perfect, so we just put them in here. And there's some really interesting ones. I can't remember. There's one that had like 4 enchantments on a sword or something. Well, there's all different sorts of ones in there. But if they are perfect, then we get them, take them all the way over here, and we put them into our holding thing over here we got set up. This was an idea by Wyvert. Wyvert had this idea a long time ago to stack the villagers like this with trapdoors. And when 1.9 came out, we made the trapdoors like this, and it's a really nice setup. Got them all packed in here. We got every single type of enchantment, and the majority of them are perfect villagers as well. So yeah, there is a lot of perfect villagers here. So pretty much what I mean by perfect villager is that the next trade, so this book trade is the one that we look at. We just look at the first book trade, we won't look at the rest of the book trades. But this one is this enchantment is for so many emeralds, and then this would be the emerald count. So this one here is a good example of a perfect one, where it's Unbreaking 3 and it's 11 emeralds, and that is the minimum amount of emeralds that you can get this Unbreaking 3 book for. So pretty much I think all but 4 are perfect, This guy is not perfect. He is our efficiency 5. We actually did have an efficiency 5 guy that was perfect at one time, but he got lost somewhere. I don't know. It was pretty crazy here in the early days at Village Island. There was like zombies all over the place. Speaking of zombies. Get down! Zombies stay down below. And then, yeah, so we pretty much see, we kind of try to categorize them by the way they're used. So these are like all the pick ones over here. Then we got some more pick ones, and we continue on to the armor ones. And then we got some like the boot ones here, and then some like the helmet and extra armor ones. Some of the sword ones here, and then some more sword ones, and then some bow ones, and a bow one, and then some of the rod ones. But yeah, all but 4 of them are actually perfect, and that's one of our goals on the server, is to try to get every single perfect librarian enchanted bookseller, which hopefully won't take us too long. And that's one of the reasons that we are still in 1.10 is because in 1.10 we don't have to deal with 1.11 villagers, which changes. They come out with a, what's it called, like cartographer?
Yeah.
Cartographer?
Which makes 50% of the white coats.
Yeah, Frog has a really good video explaining it, which I'll link down in the description, why villager trades get quite a bit harder in 1.11. So you have to split the white coat trades in 1.11, and also you also get nitwits, which it takes up more time just to rotate them through the sorting system. So that's why, and we actually, that's the main reason why we try to get the majority of them in 1.10, and we pretty much accomplished our goal by getting a large majority of them. And we also got a whole bunch of the blacksmiths, or I call them black aprons, and we got them. Oh, no one ever put the book one for these ones. We gotta put down that sign for these guys in this row, I guess. But pretty much here we got blacksmiths that have tools and stuff, tools and gear that are perfect, meaning that they are the lowest emerald trade. So let's just check one out here. Go to the very end, you can see something like this where a pick is for 12 emeralds, and it has like efficiency 3 as well as unbreaking. You can see all the different ones we got here. We even got some that have fortune on them, silk touch. Here's like unbreaking 3, efficiency 3, silk touch 1, which is really good for different stuff. Like efficiency 3 works fine for removing netherrack in the nether. And we got stuff like unbreaking 3 swords, which you can use to add other stuff onto, and unbreaking 3 chest plates. And we even got like a maxed out fishing rod, which is this one up here, which is a fishing rod with unbreaking 3, lure 1, look at C1. Even though it's not quite useful, it is kind of interesting to try to collect all these. And oh, we even got a fortune 2 one. Hey Rid. This one. Oh yeah, that's the best axe you can get. Efficiency 3, unbreaking 3, fortune 2 with 9 diamonds. So yeah, a lot of fun trying to collect them. Went through like thousands and thousands of trades. I don't know who has the most villager trades. He's like at 14,000 or something. Traded or talked to villagers? I talked to 17,000 villagers. Like he could check. But yeah, it's
like to 100.
only 100. So pretty much what we did is we dropped the villagers in top, and they're stacked on top of each other. They're like this villager is on top of this guy's head. There's nothing underneath them. And then we have some trapdoors underneath, so this way we can put slime underneath. So when they drop down, they don't take damage. Then they just stack them on top, and then we have some trapdoors here to hold them in, and they're stacked in rows as well. So that way, oh, what do you got there? 19? Wow. Almost 20k. That's insane. And yeah, we don't use any macros or anything on the server, so yeah, 20k trades is a lot. And then over on this side, we kind of have the perfect villagers, which is villagers that have. Do you really have 31k trades?
Yes.
Holy. Was that from the iron trades?
Well, mainly that and the potato and villager trading.
Oh
I got,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, you're doing quite a bit of that.
Yep.
On this one, at the very end of here, we have the try to get like every single trade inside of one villager to be perfect. So here's example like a fisher, where every trade is at the lowest. So it's the best deal for the player, not necessarily the best deal for the villager, but like 15. Here's lowest coal, this and that. Something like a fisherman don't have very many trades, so it's easier to get a perfect one. Something for some reason the butcher took quite a while to get. We just got somewhat recently, even though he doesn't have very many trades. But we're still missing a couple of them. Like some of the really hard ones to get are like the black apron ones. Try to get them every single trade to be perfect, because they have so many trades. The odds get harder and harder. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I really like this setup here. It's really easy to view all the villagers. What do you give them? Fire resistance?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of regen potions in here too. If you ever think the villagers need to be regenerated. Oh yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
Just ignore them.
that dog collars do change. This is an old dog collar. It has an orange collar, and the new ones are actually red. So that's something that changes. I think it changed in 1.10. Over
Or
here,
you can change it with a color, right?
I have blue ones.
oh, this is the original dog color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a
So that-
period where they were.
No, what?
they were a different shade of red. That's
Yeah.
the original color. Then they made them more red.
Why is he like dark gray?
That's
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's
because he
It's a
teleported.
lining error.
He teleported. Hold still.
No, that's because he's wet.
Yeah, he thought he
Yeah.
was still in water. Probably.
No, see,
Oh.
you
it
put
is.
water on.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
He took a bath and he cleaned himself.
He shakes and then
Let me make him sit.
Yeah.
Murder him.
How can I not make him sit? You made him so mad that he doesn't want to sit. Okay, so over here was just a little setup we had for chickens. So this way we would get the chicken that we needed to trade with the butchers to open them up to see if they're perfect or not. And then underneath here is just redstone that will send the minecarts back. We also got some redstone that will actually send the villagers up into the trading hall for some reason. I'm not sure why that was set up that way, but it was. He looks so funny. And then underneath here was a couple years ago, for Halloween we did a special event where we tried to acquire different type of villagers for the Halloween event, which would give them. There's a creeper in there. Let me get rid of that creeper.
There's a lot of mobs around you.
With my punch bow. Yeah, over there. It's purposely dark. But a couple years ago we did I think it was a 1.8. We tried to collect different types of villager zombies that would be acquired only during Halloween. So they would have the pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns on top of their head. That's only happens for one day, 24 hours out of the whole year. And this is all the ones that we have collected. We got some pretty rare ones. We got ones that like riding on top of chickens. They're wearing pumpkin heads. And these cannot pick up items, or else you could just give this type of villager a pumpkin instead. And we got a guy with a jack-o'-lantern. I even give him a jack-o'-lantern in his hand, so he's holding one as well. Another guy with a jack-o'-lantern head. And what's this guy? Another one, jack-o'-lantern head. Yeah, I think we did this in 1.8. Then in 1.9 they changed it so that the baby villagers have the different coats. So you can see they all have different types of coats. It's kind of cool. That was a really nice little challenge. And we're still trying to collect all the different types of zombies as well.
Yeah.
1.8 they used to have the floating heads.
Oh yeah.
Still, which was funny too.
Oh yeah, that was really funny. Yeah, the pumpkins didn't sit on their head. They actually sat above their head, like the same height as like a adult zombie. And this was a system that we used. We would have the baby zombies come in from the breed over there, and they drop down until they have low amount of health. Then we have a clock that would push them over. Anyway, the baby villagers would come down, and then we would make them bump up into the... That's so annoying. Oh, it's under blocks probably. Yeah, then the baby villagers would bump into this adult zombie and be converted over into a baby villager zombie, and then we would sort them out down here. And it was kind of manual, but hey, it worked pretty fine just for one day. But yeah, that's underneath of our villager breeder, and that's one of the reasons why we actually had to have a villager breeder in the overworld instead of having one like in the nether dimension or the end dimension, because once you would be able to get these jockeys, you wouldn't be able to transport them through portals, so you would have to do it in the overworld to start with. So we need a pretty big breeder, and of course a bigger villager breeder will allow you to be able to get more villager babies, and therefore you could get a higher chance of getting these type of rare mobs.
I think you can still cheat this system with the 1 day in the year in single player, right?
Yeah, you can change the date if you're in single player. Yeah.
It's probably the same thing if you change the date on the
It's not
server too, right?
legit, man.
Yeah,
Not legit.
probably. I'm not sure. Unless you're hosted by somebody.
And I got 28.
So over here in the corner of our breeder, we early on when we didn't have any crop farms for our villagers, to get them bred and to get all these villagers into this breeder, we had to manually get a bunch of crops, and that's why we had this here, which is a skeleton spawner down below, and then above it I built just a small nano farm that does like your potatoes and your carrots, and then we would have the bones that come from the skeletons, put them back in here as bone meal, and then we would use that to actually bone mill these plants here, and it's based on the dark room. That's why everything else is covered up so that we don't have any mobs spawning here. But yeah, you pretty much get all our crops from here before we had enough to actually be able to build this entire breeder here. And then over here we just had a small snow farm placed in here, and we collect snow to build different stuff. But we had all these from opening up different trades from the Black Apron guys. We had a whole bunch of different shovels, and we just used those shovels to get some snow, which was nice. Another project that I think Rusty was trying to do was collect every type, a double chest, or I think just a chest of every type of armor enchanted, something like that. You can see he was trying to go for like maxed out helmets and chest plates, and I think he's going one for protection, one for fire protection. Yeah, pretty much trying to do every chest of each one. And he got pretty far. Got a couple more to go, and then this is just some extra stuff, some enchanted bows. I think this came from fishing, and I think he took fishing ones that are broken, and then he fixed them up, and also gave him some more enchantments. We should look at the other books that are up here. We got some more the 1.8 shears and stuff, and the 1.10 mending silk touch books, like more discontinued items. And in these chests over here we just have items that we use to open up the trades that come through here. On this side, this is the other sorter that we used to use, but it's out of operation now, out of business, because in 1.10 stuff changed around and nobody fixed this one up, but most people use that one over there. And over here we have some chests that people can use for your personal stuff or whatever. These are all our 1.8 silk touch shears, which you can no longer acquire. And then we have 1.10 mending plus affinity on one book. And well, this chest here is made for that as well. And I think you can still get this from fishing. If you get really lucky, you can get fish up one of these type of books, but they're going to try to acquire like a double chest of them. Just what the heck? Just to make it easier. And same goes for like having mending plus infinity on your bow. That's also changed in 1.11, but you can acquire it also by fishing, I think, as well. Oh, here's a slime block, ghost slime block.
Elevator,
Yeah, ghost block elevator that takes us up. Works pretty nice.
As you both fall down.
Didn't happen at all.
Smokey, did you make this little cave here?
Which cave?
I mean the cave that the ghost...
The decoration entrance.
Me and Dr. Sploosh did.
Oh yeah, like when I first seen it, I was like, what is that? And then it turned out really nice. It built like a little cave come out of there for the entrance of that. I guess we can start looking at the farms, but yeah. Pretty nice island with all the flowers. I think it was a flower forest. Part of it is
Someone broke the elevator.
flower forest, and then I think part of it's plains.
Someone put a block up there. Stop it.
Ah, okay. I got it.
Just look at the farms, and the farms will take us there. This was built by Easy MC. This is a wheat and beet farm. So it gives you wheat, seeds, beets, and beet seeds. And this has the minecarts going underneath the big fields of wheat and beets. And then the villager is full of like seeds of either beets or wheat. And they won't be able to pick up the actual item of wheat. And then they'll get picked up by these hopper minecarts. Oh, it's raining. So pretty much all the loot's taken in by these hoppers and then dumped into this water stream here. And then it's taken all the way over to the center where we take the wheat out for trading. And then the other stuff is stored away, so we can go take a look at that. That's funny that beet doesn't stack with my other beet. So all the items are taken over here and placed so we can trade them. And then this is another one of our farms that we use. This is our cane farm. We can get sugar cane as well as sugar out of this. And yeah, Kika made a whole bunch of books. He made a double chest full of books as well as a double chest full of paper. And then this is mostly just to open up trades if you want to get more trades from the librarians.
Yeah,
And
it's
this
quite
was-
annoying to craft the paper every time you want to trade.
Yeah. This was built by, I think it was Marvelous. I think Marvelous built this a long time ago. Who put the ladders here? That's not very helpful.
Huh?
Somebody put ladders. So we mostly use the cane for early on trading, and we don't use it so much now. But over here we have our crop farm, which has the potatoes as well as the carrots. And this was built by, I think it was Wyvert. Wyvert built this. He had a different design, but it kept breaking, so we modified it a little bit. And we had to keep changing it for the different versions. But now it works. And we do have some problems with the invisible villagers that are duplicating inside of it, but I just turned the farm off, and the way I did that was just by poking a hole to the top so that the light source come down and it prevents the crops from breaking off down there, so then the villager doesn't try to replant them, and therefore he doesn't go over there and give up his crops. But anyway, those are just, I think it's 10 layers of half carrots and half potatoes, and all the villagers do are collect them, and then they give them to the one in the center, villager that's in the center, and he is full of seeds, so you can't pick them up. And then they just fall down to the center and they're dropped down in here. And this goes to the breeder as well as the crop storage. And then over here is another crop farm. This is the pumpkins and the melon farm. It's quite large. And I think Methods built this one when he was on the server. And then there's a clock that will break them all at once, and then they drop them down into this water stream here. And then they are taken over into the trading place as well. So yeah, it's quite a bit of farms, but these are all the farms that we need to actually be able to trade efficiently with, as well as open up stuff. Yeah, let's go take a look at where all the crops go down in here. This is a 3x3 door someone built with a hole in the middle.
Very
The
broke.
best.
It's been on the server like since.
Well, I cannot believe it actually works. Partial at least.
Yeah, I fixed it in 1.9 or something. Yeah, it's been there a while. And then down here is where all the crops are. So all the crops are all in these chests here. We have a lot of tile entities here. Causes plenty of lag for the server. So all these are holy. Yeah, there's a fast way down too. Yeah, we got full of potatoes as well as carrots. I think there's 2 rows of carrots and potatoes, and the center one is just pumpkins, if you ever get the villagers locked up. And then over here is wheat, if you get the villager. Some people like trading with wheat, some people don't. And it also helps unlock the villagers if you want to. But there's 2 villagers on either side, and they both have perfect carrot and potato trades, as well as this one over here as well.
Yep.
And they have pretty cheap wheat trade, but it's not the cheapest. 18 is the cheapest. But anyways, pretty much what you do is you stand in the center, as everyone is demonstrating at the same time. And, and then there's this lever here, which will... Is that the lever?
No,
Okay.
the thing is that levers lock the dispenser. So if, for example, you start trading and you trade more potatoes and carrots or pumpkin, you just flip the lever and it starts giving you. You understand?
Okay. Flip that one, then flip this one.
You see?
Oh, I see.
So-
I see. They're individual ones. I see.
Yep.
So this one turns them all on. This one can turn them on or off individually. So you pretty much get spammed by tons of potatoes and carrots in your inventory. Then you have your inventory set up so that you can pick up like carrots. Then you can directly place them into this box here by pressing like the number key 4. Then you can take your emeralds out. And then you can do this for both the trades for the pumpkin and carrot. Then if this guy locks up that he doesn't want to trade anymore, then you can give him a break and then move over to this guy, trade with him. And by this time, give him about 3 seconds, and then this villager will reset and you can trade him with him again. And that's pretty much how it works. And if the villager is completely locked up for both potatoes and carrots, then you can either use wheat or you can go over to pumpkins or melons. And you also got like some emeralds here to unlock them. If they do completely break, I don't think we have any of our villagers, these guys, I don't think they ever actually have every single trade locked up. But if they do, we do have extra ones that we've been saving up. Oh, yeah, someone made hay bales. That's kind of smart. And just some extra stuff in this chest. Oh, yeah, some person gets some cake and stuff just from unlocking them. What's in this one? Some emeralds. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Red, did you build this?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, like a long time ago. Like most stuff we build a long time ago. But yeah, there's plenty of crops that you can trade here for a long time without having to wait for the farms to refill them again.
Spent quite a lot of time here actually.
Yeah, I was mistaken.
So all the extra crops that come through the system go back out this way. So the extra beet seeds, wheat, and wheat seeds, as well as oh yeah, just that stuff goes over this direction. But that's all taken over here, and there's just some storage that's set up in case you wanted to come and grab some of the items, which is down here. I think this side is the wheat seeds, yep, and this side is the beet seeds and beets, pretty much. That way, if you want to get any of those items, you can. Oh yeah, then once these crops go through there, and this system will take out any crops it needs, you can either choose to have it directly go into the storage, or else you can have it directly go into the breeder. So there's some water streams underneath the ground which will take the crops and take them and drop them off at that breeder that we have, which is underneath here. And that breeder has an on and off switch, which all the on and off switch to the breeder is that it gives sky access to the villagers down below. So right here is the on and off switch for the breeder. This will allow, if you remove this, then the villagers underneath can be able to see that this is a village, and then they'll start to breed if they have a proper amount of crops. What else do you guys want to look at? Oh, this is our old sorter system. So early on we had a judging system or sorter system over here that we used to sort the villagers. And then Bees, he had the idea that he would make every villager have their own like item code, and then you can punch in the item code over here, and then it would send you the specific type of villagers that you wanted over here. And that was a cool idea, except it was quite slow because you can only like choose one villager every maybe minute, or I don't know, maybe 30 seconds or stuff. But it was pretty slow compared to having all the villagers like on that wall like we do down there. So yeah, it was a nice idea, but it didn't really pan out. And we turned this into a really nice cave with a bunch of ores. It looks really cool. And I think that's a natural cave there. Anything else we should point out here?
We should tell the story of Snowball here.
Oh yeah, Snowball. Snowball that goes missing every so often.
Yeah, he actually once got duped. There were 2 snowballs.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the story?
He was the first inhabitant of this island, so we kept him as a pet. Has been roaming around ever since the start of the server.
Yeah, pretty much Animos captured this rabbit early on. He was the first rabbit that was on this island, and then he kept him safe from all these crazy members. And anyways, the joke is that every so often he'd have a little box up here where Snowball would be in, and somebody would take Snowball and replace Snowball with something else. So like one of us replaced Snowball with this baby pigman here, and then he would come back and he'd be mad thinking that somebody killed Snowball, and he put these signs here saying, yeah, that's what Animo said. It's been here since the island's discovery. But yeah, he's still alive. That's original Snowball, and that's one of the fool Snowballs. I think he's also named Snowball. But yeah, just a joke. Oh yeah, then I put in some of these lily pads just to transport items. That was a long time ago. Oh yeah, and here was our old sorting system. Early on, when items were being sorted, or the villagers were being sorted, I made a little cave down here and was sorting some villagers out just to make it a little bit easier for me, because I had everyone kind of likes to sort villagers a little differently, and the way I like to sort them was different than the system they set up. So I set one up here, and they just have a lever that can choose which way the water stream. So if like somebody wants to use a different type of sorter, they can send the baby villagers over to their type of sorter, and then I would send them over to my sorter, and now we just use it to hold perfect farmers that in case those ones over there lock up, we can come back and we can just replace them with these guys. Anything else here?
This island has been has had a party every Christmas since the start of the server. I have made 2 different gift hunts in this island.
Oh
So
yeah,
there's
yeah.
probably chests around that no one has ever found, filled with diamond armor.
Who put those on? It was like a Christmas event where they hid items on this island.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. It seemed like every time I come, somebody already looted the chest. Over here is a little island that was always here, but then I just spruced it up and I brought over. This is the 1.7 villagers, and yeah, just 1.7 villagers. So yeah, make sure you guys don't have any weapons on. These are villagers from 1.7. You see up here where the title is, instead of saying like blacksmith or anything, it just says villager. These guys are from 1.7. This guy has all like the 1.7 stuff, gold and etc. And this is just a librarian who I think once you trade with them, then their name changed. But you can see he has 1 enchanted book, 2 enchanted book, 3 and 4. So he has 1 extra enchanted book than most people do. And we got another one down here. So I think there's 4 guys in total. Yeah.
I think
So they pretty much
Wanda
have.
has armor. I think you gave him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gave him all armor. Yeah.
The leaves are here to prevent the it's on the chunk border. So
Yeah. I came back and I put the leaves in instead of the glass. But yeah, there's a chunk border here, and was that you, Smokey, who didn't want them to get deleted or duplicated? Maybe I was trying to duplicate them. You just prevented me from duplicating them.
yeah.
But anyways, we blocked them off onto one side of the chunk. That way, they wouldn't get deleted or whatever. And also put in some glass up above, which you can't probably see, but just to prevent lightning from coming down and turn them into witches. Oh yeah, I didn't check on the last guy's trade. This guy is a leather worker. So originally he would say villager, but if you trade with them one time, then they name gets switched over, I think. Something like that. But yeah, he pretty much has I can't remember what's special about him. But yeah, he's 1.7 even though he don't look like he is. And yeah, 1.7 villager house. Just made a little house for them so that they wouldn't be able to get intermingled with the other ones. And they're rare because you can't get them no more. And most of them just have the old trades, and then they have the new trades stacked on at the end of the old trades. That's pretty cool. So that's the end of our tour of the Villager Island. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want to apply for the server to try to join us on ProtoTech, I will link in the description to our application process, as well as our Discord, which is public if you guys want to come on and hang out with us. So that'll all be down in the description. And thanks for joining us.